Hey budget gardeners, Vita Loca here. Join me today as we give our petunias a midsummer haircut. So let's go. I think as gardeners, one of the hardest things for us to do is to cut back our plants. But let me tell you, it is so worth it when it comes to annuals such as petunias. And before we start, if you want to know how to collect the seeds from petunias, how to start petunias from seed, or how to deadhead the petunia plants earlier on in the season, I'll put links to all those videos down in the description below. Today's video is going to focus on midsummer maintenance when it comes to petunias. It can be any kind of petunia. These are petunias that I started from seed, and they were seeds that I collected myself. However, you can also do this maintenance with a lot of other types of petunias, wave petunias, super petunias, you name it. All those plants need this kind of maintenance. During the middle of summer, you may notice that your petunias are looking very leggy. They're not looking as beautiful as they were earlier in the season. But don't give up hope. You still have plenty of summer left. You want to make sure you're maintaining your petunia plants so that they look vibrant and beautiful for the remaining part of the season. We're basically going to be giving our petunias a haircut. And there are a lot of reasons we're going to be doing that. First of all, it is leggy. So we want to control some of that legginess by pulling the plant back. Also, we want to promote more blooms. We also want to promote a bushier plant. There are a lot of different ways you can prune back or pinch back your petunias. I'm going to be using hand pruners. However, you can use something like garden shears. You can even use an electric hedge trimmer. I've seen people use those. So do what you feel the most comfortable with. And it also depends on how many plants you have. If you have a ton of petunia plants, you may want to go for those electric hedge trimmers. But if you only have one or two container pots full of petunias, you may just want to go for something like hand pruners. Even though this plant still has some beautiful blooms on it, you'll notice that there are not a lot of blooms on it. There's a lot of green growth, and that's a good indicator that it is time. It is time to, unfortunately, forfeit some of these beautiful blooms and cut back our plant. If you look at the base of the plant here, it is actually in a window box, but you can even do this process if you have petunias in your landscape. One way to do this is to follow a stem down, and you want to cut at least 30 to 50% back on your plant. You want to cut right above a set of leaves. So we have some leaves right here. We would just cut right above that set of leaves. Other people, like myself, like to just come in, take a handful, and cut. I have a lot of petunias in my yard, so it's a lot easier for me to just come in and cut it nice and quick like that. Doing a job like this can seem scary, but it is so important to do this because you want to make sure you're enjoying your petunias for the rest of the season. An additional step after you've cleaned up your plant a little bit is you can come in and do a little more pruning. For example, this right here is a flower that's already gone by, and it's eventually going to start setting seed, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to follow it back and cut that back. What we're doing here is basically a rejuvenation prune. And personally, I'm taking it back more than even 70%, I would say. I really want to cut this back hard. It is not going to kill my plant. And I can't stress this enough. It's up to you how much you want to cut yours back. But I say the harder you cut it back, the better off the plant is. You want to make sure you leave some leaves here, though. That's also very important. You don't want to cut it all the way back. And if you want, again, you can come in and just clean it up a little more after you've done that initial cut. You might be wondering, how long will it be before we see any blooms? It's going to be about 2 or 3 weeks. And so for that reason, if you wanted to, you could leave a few blooms still on your plant so you can still enjoy them while you're waiting for the plant to flush out. But I'm okay with just, again, taking this back pretty hard and being patient. If you see any brown leaves or pieces that look dead, you can go ahead and remove those. For many years, I used to just not do this job, and I would live with my plants the way they were. And I got to a point where I didn't enjoy petunias anymore. I thought that they were very leggy, very ratty looking. But I've learned over time that this job is so important to do if you really truly want to enjoy your petunias throughout the growing season. Last big snip, and now let's do the next step. Again, friends, I know that this may seem harsh, but it is so much better for our plants in the long run. We just need to be patient. When I first planted my petunias, I put in Osmocote, which is a slow release fertilizer in each of the planting holes. And then every 1 to 2 weeks since then, I've been giving my petunias a liquid fertilizer, and I like to use Miracle Grow. You can use whatever you want. Just know that all the different types of petunias, including the super petunias and the super bells, they are all heavy feeders. So it is so important throughout the growing season to be fertilizing these plants. And now that we've cut these petunias back really hard, they will appreciate a good feed. So I have a watering can here. Again, I'm using Miracle Grow. No matter what fertilizer you use, you always want to look at the back of the package and follow the instructions. And I'm going to be giving them a full dose of fertilizer. And that's all it takes to make sure that I have beautiful petunias throughout my growing season. Let me know if you've given your petunias a haircut yet, and if not, what are you waiting for? If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below, and until the next video, make it a great day with gardening.